Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness. I am here during this particular time to help you through some of these intense energies as we go through this really significant time in our ascension. So I am Elle. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are returning, thank you so much for dropping by again and sharing this energetic space with me. And if you're a subscriber, my deepest gratitude to you for your support of my channel, because the more support, the more subscribers, the more these messages can get out to others who are awakening and going through some pretty intense stuff. All right, so I am going to use the messages from your animal spirit guides. I love this deck. I picked this up in Casadega, Florida while I was visiting there. It has a hawk on the front, and that is my animal spirit guide. So I just thought it was absolutely the perfect deck to get by Stephen Farmer. And then also Archangel Animal by Diana Cooper. And then for the tarot, animal tarot card. So definitely an animal themed here. I'm an all about animal person, so kind of fits with my energy. Let me set these over here so I don't feel boxed in. All right, let's start with messages from your animal spirit guides. So let's see what the messages come through today to help you navigate some of these really intense times, energies. Always helps to have a heads up. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. It's kind of like a little correction. If you're in low vibration energy where you're dissatisfied and you feel like you're just gonna, vent, go vent. Vent if you need to vent, but then turn around and say, but wait. This may not be going right. Maybe there's a diversion. Maybe there's an energetic realignment going on. Maybe that's just not the path you're supposed to follow. And your guides, the universe, are trying to tell you because of the opposition. Maybe it's time to just not go that direction for right now. Switch direction. But do it in gratitude, because when we are in the vibration of gratitude, we are at a higher frequency, and when we're at a higher frequency, it's easier for our guides to connect. So that's a platypus. Oh my goodness. That's my bird. She's like practicing flying. Okay, so platypus might be significant for someone. Platypus is, of course, the only mammal that lays eggs, and it has a duck bill, so it's a kind of something unusual, kind of stands out, maybe isn't traditional. And I feel like in the energy, it's like somebody isn't traditional and they're really trying to chart their own course, go their own direction. There's some naysayers. They're starting to say, hey, I don't want to hear. And maybe instead of just having the confidence and trusting themselves, they might be starting the complaining process, like, this person keeps saying this to me, or, I really don't like the way this person is dealing with this. So stay true to yourself. Stay in alignment with your authentic self. And it doesn't really matter what other people think. So this is, oh my gosh, Archangel Animal. And I'm just going to say Metatron has been really heavy in the energy recently. Okay, this is Camel. Be forbearing and patient with Archangel Jophiel. Be forbearing and patient. So we have a camel, another kind of odd animal. Unusual, not odd, unusual. So a reiteration that this feels like somebody feels kind of like they're different than everybody else. Something is not happening as fast as somebody wants it to happen. Something's not manifesting as fast as they would think it would. And there's kind of getting this little irritating resentment that's starting to well up, and it's really shifting you into lower vibration. Put the brakes on, shift gears into high vibration, because you're starting to sink because of your expectations. And expectations mean there's an attachment. And when you have an attachment, it means that if it doesn't come to fruition the way you envision it, they feel like it should, what you feel is just and fair, what you feel is in your highest good, if it doesn't happen that way, it starts to irritate you. And then you start to get a little bit resentful. You start to lose faith. Don't lose faith. Two of Cups. This could be about a relationship. I think this person has fallen in love with someone, and they have this expectation, and I think it's not being delivered. And so there's some complaining going on. Instead of patience or maybe communication, I feel like there needs to be some communication here. We'll see if the swords come out. Not that way, but communication as in, communicating your thoughts and your feelings. Seven of Spring. Somebody feels very defensive because they feel vulnerable. Somebody fell in love and now they feel vulnerable, and because they're not getting reciprocation the exact way that they want it, they're starting to develop some resentment. Okay, so stop. Step back. Just let's get the big picture. What's good in this relationship for you? What's good? What works well for you? How do you feel that this other person supports you? What are they doing that makes you feel heard, accepted, loved, valued? Let's focus on that. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, let me just go through. First of all, we have lovebirds, Two of Cups, and then the Seven of Spring is a gecko, just in case these animals resonate with you. I want to make sure I'm mentioning them. And then look, we have this beautiful, peaceful, serene cow for the Seven of Autumn. So we have two sevens here. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is somebody feeling very defensive. Feeling like they have to stand their ground. Somebody is like, I'm right, you're wrong. Why can't you see my side? So there feels like there's been an argument here. This is the Seven. The Five of Wands is conflict. The Six of Wands is kind of like, there's a great way to win and there's a bad way to win. Especially when you're having an argument in a relationship. And then we have the Seven of Autumn. This is fertile ground to invest in the long term for this relationship by opening up communication, by sharing how you feel within a non-defensive way. Like, can we just sit and talk for a minute? I just want to share with you, when you don't pick up your clothes off the floor, it kind of makes me feel a little disrespected because I work really hard to keep the house clean. And since we share this space, when you just kind of leave things laying around, I feel somewhat disrespected. It's not a huge deal, but it's kind of building up a little bit. So I kind of wanted to share how I was feeling. And is there a way that we could maybe come up with an agreement, a compromise, where, we can start to support one another? And it would demonstrate to me that you truly respect how I feel. Those are conversations that are investments for the long term, because then you open up communication without the other person being on the defensive, and you don't get into this huge argument. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the absolute queen bee when it comes to having emotional conversations. You can be loving, you can communicate lovingly, but with firmness and respect and self-respect. So that's what I'm getting kind of out of this. But that's only one side of it. That's one scenario. I'm getting that there's more to this message, but it's for somebody else. So feels like there's another message combined with this. So let's see if it's an extension. Four of Winter, the koala. That's Four of Swords energy. Definitely there's a resolution needed, but it needs to be a peaceful resolution. Like I said, there's a great way to win an argument and there's a bad way. You know, winning for the sake of winning and not making progress is, oh, look, here's the Lover's card. Definitely about a relationship that needs open communication. And it's flamingo. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. You need to demonstrate caring. That's that Queen of Cups. You know, you don't have to come at everything like, you know, hey, you know, I got to get my point across and I'm going to do it loud. There's a way you can sit down and, you know, fix a favorite beverage, you know, cup of tea, iced tea, mint julep, whatever. Sit down and say, can we just have a quick conversation? No big deal. Just wanted to express things, because you're not bottling it up inside. Plus, you're helping the relationship evolve and ascend, as opposed to keeping it into lower vibration energy. What are these two? Oh my goodness. Lots of cups. Lots of dogs barking. So we have the Frog as the Prince of Summer. That's the Knight of Cups. Then we have the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. And the Dragonfly, Five of Cups. I haven't seen the Five of Cups in quite a while. Five of Cups is kind of like focusing on what's not working instead of what's on working. Focusing on your point instead of the relationship. Usually the Five of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot is somebody with 3 spilled cups in front of them and 2 cups kind of behind them, up and suspended in the air. And really what they're saying is you're focusing on the dysfunctional part and not on the, you know, the soul part. We have a monarch butterfly, a frog, which I think is aptly for a prince, and then a dragonfly. So somebody, feel like somebody's in a relationship with somebody that has a really, really good heart, but maybe they're just a little messy. Maybe they, you know, maybe they're overworking. Maybe they are spending a lot of time caring for an aging relative, and it's taking time away from you and you're getting frustrated. That's kind of what I'm getting. King of Wands. Choose your actions carefully. Be very cognizant of how you react or respond to this. This is a Katanga lion. Now's your moment to step up into a leadership role, maybe helping your significant other find a solution. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused on the big picture. And the big picture is the overall health and well-being of the relationship and the 2 people in it. That's the big picture. Getting into the minutia and picking apart the relationship based upon, you know, a couple of dirty items of laundry on the floor, that you're overshadowing all the good with a few irritating minutia. Okay. I'm going to shuffle and let's see if something else comes out, because it really feels like This is a good relationship with very good-hearted people, very loving people. Could be a water sign and a fire sign, which, you know, that kind of water signs kind of dampen that fire energy. So this fire sign energy may be very, very passionate about something, and the water sign is like, but the dirty laundry. So, you know, keep things in perspective. Four of Cups. The tortoise. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. I'm hearing couples retreat. Maybe you guys need some time away together. I feel like I'm giving couples advice, but Four of Cups is kind of, there's a melancholy, like a distracted, just a disinterested energy. Like I'm kind of feeling disinterested because I don't feel like my needs are being met. Time for a conversation. So, you know, don't converse when the other person is tired or when they just get home and they haven't had a chance to decompress. You know, get takeout. You know, sit in bed, and when my husband and I need to have a conversation, we get Chinese in bed, glass of wine, no television. We just sit on the bed and we talk. That's our signal. That's our kind of conference time. That's our signal. Like, you want to get Chinese? That means I need to talk. But it's in a positive way. We light some candles. We set the stage for a harmonious conversation. And then, you know, usually that helps to smooth the waters. All right, so this is Seven of Winter, Seven of Swords. This is the caution, and I always appreciate from my guides, they always give me a heads up to pass along to you. What can derail you? What can go wrong here? What can go wrong here is if you are maliciously intending to hurt someone. If you're going to just go off and say things to be hurtful, it's not going to help. Remember, you're investing in the long-term success of this relationship and the health and well-being of the people in it, as well as the relationship. So you want to make sure you choose your words carefully so that you're not inflicting intentionally. Although you're angry and hurt, your reaction would be to say things harshly and hurtfully. Your response would be, hey, can we get Chinese and sit down and talk? And maybe Chinese isn't your thing. Maybe you would feel better if you got a salad. Or maybe it's like, do you want to go for a walk? Could be a walk and talk. So whatever you can build in as a kind of a conversational ritual to be able to express your feelings where nobody feels defensive and nobody feels attacked, but you can communicate so that you guys can come to a resolution. That's going to be the best advice from Spirit today. All right, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, namaste.